I want to turn our attention now to the departure of Grant Robertson, the former former Labour Party Finance Minister under Jacinda Ardern and Chris Hipkins, who had his valedictory speech in Parliament last night. And a valedictory speech is the last hurrah for a politician, though it's not always. You can remember going to Shane Jones' valedictory from the Labour Party, and he's somewhat back in Parliament now, isn't he, Shane Jones? But there was the valedictory last night, and my God, if I've read one retrospective on the shining political career of Grant Robertson, I've read bloody 100. The Inside the Beltway lefty Liberal media have been fawning over him for weeks, though most of the coverage artfully ignores the huge sinecure, the huge soft landing parachute that our corrupt political system has provided for him by way of a job as Vice-Chancellor of Otago University on more than $500,000 a year, with virtually no qualifications to recommend him for that role. That is not mentioned in the gushing coverage you've seen all over mainstream media, who of course are essentially Labour and Green Party aligned. And I thought really, in some ways, Anna White and Kelly Dennett's piece in the Post this morning was a prime example of the sort of inner beltway sycophancy that I think is driving so many consumers of the media mad. And I didn't go down. I often go down, or occasionally go down, to people's valedictories. I didn't go down to Grant Robertson's, and I'm going to give a different farewell to Grant Robertson. I think Grant Robertson was a major problem in this country. I think he was part of an administration that practiced cancel culture and exclusivity and damaged many people's lives, and he promoted hate speech and he gaslit New Zealanders for many years. I will never forget him blanking me at the Wellington Racing Club 3 or 4 years ago, and he looked woefully embarrassed by the fact that other people were watching and he couldn't talk to me or say hello. And I thought, you gutless bastard, and I still do. And that's why I didn't go to his valedictory last night. And in his valedictory, he said he was particularly concerned at the way our trans community have been the subject of increasing hatred, bigotry and lies as part of the ongoing culture wars. The culture wars that the Labour Party and the Green Party last election was saying didn't exist. The culture wars that saw women beaten in Albert Park after being whipped into a frenzy by the mainstream media and mates of the Labour Party and Grant Robertson like Chanel Lau. So the hypocrisy was rife in the debating chamber last night. And I guess as a final act of the woke stupidity of the left in this country, and I'll read this directly from the Post, he was draped by Tidy MP Ingrid Leary in a Rwandan tribal blanket, which was gifted to her to honour the Scottish heritage of Otago. Leary was told it was to be handed from leader to leader, showing that the work is never done. What a load of woke claptrap. So goodbye, Grant Robertson. And I'm going to say this, and this will have them clutching their glasses of Chardonnay in Thorndon and Greylin. Good riddance to you. You also threw your own campaign chairman under the bus. He was working in your office. He was wrongfully accused of sexual misconduct or harassment by a woman who the Labour Party then shoehorned into a Wellington City councillor's role, and you let him be fired and walked from your office when no allegation was ever proved against him. So goodbye, Grant Robertson, good riddance, and my thoughts and prayers go out to Otago University. And now that they have you as their Vice-Chancellor. There we go. Not quite what you're going to read in the paper or see gushing out of Radio New Zealand, but sometimes journalism requires factual reporting and honesty.